15 weird yet awesome European buildings. When it comes to architectural styles that were evolving over the centuries, European architecture is on top of the list. From ancient Greek and Roman architecture all the way to the modern ages, Europe is abundant in impressive, admirable and stunning buildings. There are hundreds or even thousands of unusual buildings, architectural wonders and awesome construction projects in Europe, but we have selected 15 of them for this list. Keep watching this video to see them all. Number 1. Guggenheim, Bilbao, Spain. Guggenheim Museum was built in 1997 and it was designed by Canadian architect Frank Gehry. It represents one of the best examples of modern architecture in the 21st century. The museum is part of the Guggenheim Foundation, which aims to promote the understanding of modern and contemporary art. In 1997, when it was constructed, the museum was the largest of all the Guggenheim projects. However, another Guggenheim museum is currently under construction in Abu Dhabi, and it will be 2 times larger than the one in Bilbao. Number 2. Upside Down House, Zakopane, Poland. In case you're visiting the famous ski resort Zakopane in Poland, don't forget to check out the so-called Upside Down House, Dom do Góry Nogami in Polish. Everything in this house is put upside down. Tables, chairs, even the bed and toilet. People who visit it usually get confused and dizzy because it is such a strange experience, but the fun is guaranteed. Some even claim it makes you feel drunk. The entrance fee is only a few hours. Number 3. Krzywy Domek, Sopot, Poland. Krzywy Domek, or Crooked House, is probably the most iconic building in Sopot, Poland. It was built in 2004 as a part of the shopping center in Sopot. Its wavy shape was inspired by fairy tale illustrators Jan Marcinsense and Per Dalberg, and also Antoni Gaudi's houses in Barcelona. Number 4. Markthal, Rotterdam, Netherlands. Market Hall in Rotterdam is both office and residential complex in the center of the city. It houses more than 200 apartments and 4-story car garage with the capacity of over 1,000 cars. But why is this building so special? First of all, its facade is covered completely in glass, while the interior is covered with 11,000 square meters of artwork done by Arno Koenen. The artwork consists of vivid juncture of flora and fauna, and it was done by 3D digital technology, and it was among the first buildings to use 3D techniques. Some even like to call it the modern Sistine Chapel. Number 5. Casa Milla, Barcelona, Spain. Also known as La Pedrera, Casa Milla is the last architectural masterpiece of Antoni Gaudí before he entirely dedicated himself to projecting well-known Sagrada Familia. It represents a man-made mountain with numerous irregular-shaped windows that look like a hole in the cave and balconies, each of which has a unique iron fence. The construction actually has 2 houses, connected by the facade, the ground floor and the roof. The most interesting part of the house is the rooftop. Called the Garden of Warriors, the rooftop is known for its distinctive 28 chimneys, which resemble soldiers who protect the roof. Casa Milla was listed as a World Heritage by UNESCO in 1984. Number 6. St. Basil's Cathedral, Moscow, Russia. The most famous church in Moscow, and possibly the most known monument in entire Russia, is St. Basil's Cathedral. This architectural wonder is listed as UNESCO World Heritage, and it is one of the most unusual churches in the world. The cathedral actually consists of 8 smaller chapels gathered around the main one, dedicated to St. Basil. The colorful towers have onion domes because this shape was suitable for dealing with snow. It was not until the 17th century, when the church was painted in the colors we see today. Not many people know that original church was actually white, with golden domes, to match the Kremlin's white stone. Number 7. Hallgrímur Church, Reykjavik, Iceland. At 74.5 meters, this unique Lutheran church in the capital of Iceland is the tallest church in this beautiful country. The church was built in expressionist architecture style. The unusual shape of Fulgrimer Church was inspired by the shape of basalt rocks. Originally, the church wasn't supposed to be so tall, but the plan was to surpass the Catholic Cathedral in Reykjavik. Visitors are also free to take the lift up to the top of the church to have a panoramic view of Reykjavik. Number 8. Atomium, Brussels, Belgium. This famous landmark in Brussels was originally built for the World's Expo Fair in 1958, and since then it gets more than 1 million visitors a year. The construction consists of 9 stainless steel-clad spheres, connected in a way that together they make a form of a cell. 5 of them can be visited, and you can check out their permanent exhibitions, while the top sphere has a restaurant where you can have dinner with the most spectacular view. Number 9. Four Solaire, Odeo, France. This largest solar furnace is one of the most important science research sites in Europe. Situated in Font-Romeu-au-Delovia commune, close to the border with Spain, the Odeo furnace is 54 meters high and 48 meters wide. This building has the largest amount of sunshine over the year, more than 2,500 hours annually, and thanks to high altitude, the air is mostly clear and humidity is low. The solar furnace basically works on a principle of rays concentrated by reflecting 9,800 mirrors, which results in getting amount of energy equivalent to 10,000 suns. Also, temperatures above 3,500 degrees Celsius can be reached in just a few seconds. Number 10. Waldspirale, Darmstadt, Germany. The Waldspirale, or forest spiral in English, is not just another random residential building. This architectural wonder, designed by Friedensreich Hundertwasser, is located in Darmstadt in Germany, and it was built at the end of the 1990s. The specific U-shape of the building is characterized by a unique multicolored facade and lack of straight lines. Interestingly, not 1 out of 1,000 windows is the same, and the handles on the doors are also different. The inner wall corners are also rounded to match the outer ones. The building has 105 apartments, a garage and a playground for children with a tiny artificial lake. Despite its irregular shape, the highest point of the building goes up to the 12th floor. Number 11. Dancing House, Prague, Czechia. This unusual building in the center of Prague was designed by Czech architect Vlado in cooperation with Frank Gehry, who projected Guggenheim in Bilbao. Although initially it was supposed to be oriented towards culture and art, Dancing House eventually became a business building with offices and a French restaurant on the top floor. The windows have convex frames similar to those of paintings, because the intention of the designer was to make them have a 3D effect. Number 12. Cubic Houses, Rotterdam, Netherlands. Another interesting construction in Rotterdam are the so-called cubic houses. These innovative houses are located near the Black subway station in Rotterdam, and people actually live inside these cubes. Since these houses often attract curious passers-by, one of the house owners decided to make money out of it by making one of the cubes available for tours. Number 13. National Library, Minsk, Belarus. National Library in Minsk is 72 meters high. It is one of the best equipped libraries in Europe, and it even has its own electronic resources. Besides being a multimedia library, it is also a popular tourist attraction, since the visitors are able to climb up to the viewing platform and get a spectacular view of Minsk. Very often the area in front of the library serves as exhibition and concert venue. Number 14. Temple Expiatori del Sagrat Cor, Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is, we could say, the capital of extraordinary architecture, mostly thanks to Antoni Gaudi. Besides the worldwide famous Sagrada Familia, there is one more church outside the city centre, which will definitely take your breath away. Standing almost 550 meters above sea level on Mount Tibidabo, this magnificent church gives an unforgettable panoramic view of Catalan capital. The church was actually inspired by other 2 churches which carry the name of Sacred Heart, and it has a statue of Jesus on top, which resembles the one in Rio de Janeiro. Number 15. Kunst House, Graz, Austria. Also known as the Graz Art Museum, this futuristic-looking building in the heart of Graz was built in 2003 for the purpose of European Capital of Culture program. The The museum has a shape of a robotic heart, which makes it stand out from the typical Austrian architecture. The surface of the museum has almost 1,000 fluorescent rings, which create different patterns at night. And the best thing is that most of the power energy of the museum comes from solar panels on the roof. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.